Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Dr. Olivia at Move All Chiropractic and Rehab, and today we're going to be working on thoracic mobility. So your thoracic spine is what is commonly called your mid-back. It is this blue area here. There are 12 vertebrae in the thoracic spine typically, and it goes right from the shoulders all the way right till you get that little curve in the small of your back. So why do we want to improve thoracic mobility? Well, as you can see, the thoracic spine, it makes up the majority of our spine. In fact, all of our ribs attach to the thoracic spine. So if that's moving properly and our ribs are moving properly, then we're going to be breathing better, feeling better. Low back pain can sometimes come from a poor thoracic mobility because it's overcompensating. Same with shoulders and neck. If this is all locked up and not moving properly, it can affect everywhere else in our body. So let's get this moving well so the rest of us is moving well. So the first one that we're gonna do today is called cat-cow, cat-camel, whatever you like to call it. It's typically a yoga pose, and we're gonna be working on thoracic and low back mobility with this. So you're gonna start out in a tabletop position. From here, you're gonna focus on bringing your belly button down towards the ground and your neck up towards the ceiling. So belly button going down, arching that back, and bring that head up, putting everything into extension or bending back. Now from here, we're just gonna go the opposite way. So our belly button is gonna go towards our spine, and that's gonna go up towards the ceiling, and our head is gonna go down. So spine and belly button go up towards the ceiling, and then head is looking down, feeling a nice stretch in flexion. And then back to neutral. We're gonna do that again, bringing the belly button down and head up. And then go the opposite way, back and belly button up towards the ceiling and head facing down. Cat-cow is one of my favorites. It's super gentle and it also is super effective. So it's really getting that full flexion and extension in our spine, which is the first part of the mobility that we're doing. The next one we're going to be doing is called thread the needle. So we're going to start back up into that tabletop position. I'm going to take first my right hand, bringing it underneath that tabletop and leaning back and putting all of that pressure onto that right shoulder. Now you can take this opposite hand here and push away to get into a little bit of a deeper stretch and be a little more intentional with the thread the needle. Here we're putting a little bit more rotation into our thoracic spine. Coming back into tabletop and taking that left hand and threading underneath. I'm going to take my right hand here and push away a little bit more into that rotation and hold. And then right back into tabletop. Now we're gonna do something called scorpion. It's like the opposite of thread the needle. So instead of a tabletop position, we're gonna start flat on our stomach. So starting out on the belly, left arm is gonna go straight out, and I'm going to bring my right foot around to the other side. So I'm gonna start twisting here. I'm stretching the pecs here, and I'm using my right hand to be a little intentional to work on that thoracic twist. Just like thread the needle, I'm holding for about 30 seconds or so, and then coming back here. I'm doing a little less than 30 seconds, just to show. Then the right hand's gonna go straight out. I'm gonna bring that left foot around and twist here. This is working on the pecs, stretching everything out, because when the pecs are really tight, it's gonna limit thoracic mobility as well. And then back to center. Now that we've been doing some stretches, we'll do a little bit more mobility training. So we're gonna start back up in that tabletop position, keeping a nice neutral spine. And here we're gonna go for repetitions instead of holding. I'm gonna take my left hand, put it on the small of my back. Now, if your hand doesn't go all the way far back, that's okay. Put it on your hip or whatever is most comfortable for you. Then my goal is to bring my elbow and my shoulder up to that ceiling and twist, and then right back down. This is just pushing, I'm pushing away with my right hand and trying to bring that shoulder and elbow up as high towards the ceiling as I possibly can, and then back into the neutral position. We're gonna go on the other side, back into that tabletop, keeping a nice neutral spine. Bring that right hand small of the back, at the hip, whatever is most comfortable. Bring that elbow and shoulder up towards the ceiling and twisting. Now, if during the tabletop twist you don't really feel much rotation, you don't really feel like you're doing much, just keep going. The goal is progress, not perfection. Now, the last thing we're gonna do today involves a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller at home, take a couple bath towels and roll them together to make a nice solid tube. I'm gonna put that on the ground. I'm gonna position myself so right in the middle of my back, about below my shoulder blades, are on top of the foam roller. Here, I'm gonna put my hands behind my head to support it and allow for a little bit extra stretch in the pecs. If this isn't comfortable for you, you can put your hands across your body, put them in your lap, whatever isn't causing pain. I'm gonna put it behind my head, and all I'm doing here is I'm leaning back slowly and then right back up. Again, this is adding a little extra extension into our back, a little bit more than the cat-cow does. This is forced extension. If any of this causes pain, play around with the position of the foam roller and find one that you just feel a nice stretch instead of a sharp pain. Go ahead, try those exercises out. With consistency and time, you can notice an increase in mobility in your mid-back and then also a decrease in pain in your low back, neck, and shoulders. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below on what you'd like me to cover next.